guys, this time around I'm doing a voiceover for the video since I'm going to be in a place that is pretty loud. Because today we're going to the Ghent Festival. Every year my hometown of Ghent sets up a 10-day festival with stages on every square, performing street artists, food stands, entertainment, basically a 10-day party. When I was younger, this was one of my favorite moments of the year. It still is, but let's say for very different reasons. Now, I enjoy the tradition, but the crowded squares and the drunk people urinating where they stand tend to get to my nerves a little bit. So Hilde and myself often just go for one night and we tend to bail out before things get too crazy. 10 or 15 years ago, it was a different story. I would actually take time off from work to spend time at the festival as much as possible. And usually I would arrive around 10, 11 at night and then have a lot of fun to leave again when the sun started rising. I would go to bed, wake up in the afternoon, eat something, maybe play some games, and then leave to do it all over again. The thing is, I've always had a lot of different friend circles, so one day I would be hanging with my close friends, the next day with my colleagues, or former classmates, people I know from my days in the Scouts. There was days that I spent with family, and then people I knew from the metal scene, and every single year we would play a gig with my death metal band Welkin. And this was our home turf. It got crazy when we played in our hometown. And I mean, that is people hanging from the ceiling type of crazy. It always was a blast. I have so many stories that started at this festival, and I had some of the best and some of the worst moments in my life during this time. It's also the time that I ran into people that I only saw during the festival. So I got to see these people evolve year over year and change their lives. It was a unique experience. And nowadays, when I walk around on the Ghent Festival, I see people younger than me live through those same types of moments. At this point, I guess I've become a spectator. And look, I don't consider myself to be old. I know I make a lot of jokes about it, but I'm not that old. Yet, when I was a kid, I used to watch bands play on these smaller stages, on some of the smaller squares, and they would often be playing old music like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, the Monkees, bands from a different time. And I would look at these stages and consider them to be old people stages. Nowadays, the bands that play on those stages are actually playing Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, the bands that I grew up listening to. So yeah, that was a bit of a oh shit moment, but everything evolves. One day I'm part of the group that runs around screaming, laughing, making a mess. And the next, I'm one of those people that get annoyed by the first group that sits their ass down on the terrace somewhere, that is quiet and just grabs a drink. Or that watches their girlfriend play with the coin machines on the fair. And you know what? That's fine. So if you're ever planning to come to my hometown of Ghent, this is definitely the time to come. I mean, it's worth checking out unless you don't like people that urinate themselves. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.